Good evening.
Good evening.
What's going on, Gwen? How are we doing today?
We're doing good. We just finished Chris's show, and here we are, and we got some cool guests.
Oh, we do. I'm looking forward to this show. I first met these people a few months back. I think it was at the Connecticut Paracon, actually, is where I officially met them. And if it wasn't for Morgan, I don't think I would have met them at all. So
Huh.
Morgan kind of pushed me towards their table. And I mean, I walked by their table multiple times and I saw what they had. And I'm like, I don't know, just they felt like good people. And I was telling Morgan about them. And Morgan was like, oh, I know who they are. And I was like, you do? And she was like, yeah, we should go over there and talk to them. And well, here we are today.
You did
I'm
better than
not.
me. We were so
Well,
busy. I missed a lot of folks, and I apologize for that. It was
well,
busy.
well, you know me. I'm not one to go out and put myself out there. Morgan's the one who does that. So if she tells me to go and talk to somebody, I'm gonna go and talk to them. That's basically the way it works. It's either that or I get shunned and beaten and put in the doghouse for like weeks.
You're so funny.
I'm joking, by the way. It's not weeks. It's like months. She's
No,
not
we
that
love
bad,
Morgan.
y'all. She's
Morgan
not that bad.
Yeah, Morgan is a really good person. She's usually on here. There she is. We were talking about you.
Hey, don't
But yeah,
you
we got
don't
some
you don't
really
you tell
good
me how to live
guests.
my life, woman. But no, like I think we got great guests lined up tonight. I love the work that they do, not just because of the fact that they embody, the spirit of the paranormal,
Mm-hmm.
but given with the holiday season coming up, they also embody the spirit of Christmas. Like these people go above and beyond to make other people's lives better.
Yep.
And I think that far foreshadows or overshadows, I guess you should say, the furtherance of the paranormal field. Their work and what they do is amazing to me. Like I love these people; they are amazing. We got to investigate with them at the New England College last week, and
Oh,
it is absolutely awesome to have them on. So, for those of you out there, please welcome to the Paranormal Unveiled family, the Paraclauses, Derick and Candace Fetter.
Thank you for that great intro.
That was great. Thank you so much.
Look, I love you guys. I think you guys are amazing. And I wasn't lying either, because I did walk by your table multiple times, and then I was telling Morgan about you, and she was like, well, you need to go talk to them because I know who they are.
We just thought you were lost.
Look, I'm always lost.
he looks at Dudney.
I be wandering, man. I be wandering, and I find things. I'm like a cat. As soon as I see something that catches my interest, I'm like, ooh, I want to.
Something shiny.
But so, guys, I thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm really
Oh,
looking
thank
forward to
you.
this conversation.
We're honored that you wanted us on. Really.
No, it's my honor to have you guys on. Like, really, it is. Like, you two are amazing people. So let me ask you before we get into what you guys do as far as the Para Clauses, as far as you guys doing the Santa and Mrs. Claus, right? Individual question for both of you guys. Derick, what got you interested in doing the paranormal to begin with?
It was started basically where I grew up. I grew up in a place in Leominster, Mass. And for the party people, it used to be considered Monsterland. It's a little bit different from the book that's written about Monsterland.
I've read it.
Right. So I was an avid hunter growing up as a kid. I'm in the middle of the woods. I got a gun. I'm not afraid of anything. Certain places you would go, your hair would just stand up on end, and you can't explain it. You're always looking over your shoulder. I'd walk the woods at night all by myself, and I felt comfortable until you just don't. You know what I'm saying? You get that awkward feeling. I've had things like growing up that I wouldn't remember being in certain rooms. Like, okay, this is weird. How did I get here? I know I was sleeping an hour ago, but it's just little things. And I got more interested in it when my mom used to do coffee cups, Greek coffee, read the grounds from the Greek coffee. And,
I've heard of that, but I've never seen anyone actually do it.
Yeah. So it was cool.
So Candace, how about you? What got you first interested in the paranormal? I know that you have very, I guess you could say, toned abilities as far as there's many different clairs. There's clairvoyant, there's clairaudience. You know, there's multiple different forms of the clairs as they call them. What would you categorize yourself as, and when did you notice that you first had these abilities?
Categorize myself bipolar. I mean,
That's
Fair.
Oh, my
um,
goodness.
that's awesome.
it's really hard because I still really don't know. I really don't know which Claire that I hone into most. I mean, sometimes I just have the knowing, sometimes I hear, sometimes I'll see. And I'm trying to work right now on learning more about my abilities and actually finally letting myself go. I denied it
David.
for so many years. I denied it for so many years because, you know, as a child, I would say, I just saw this, or there's somebody in my room, or, you know, I grew up in the Bridgewater Triangle area.
Nice.
And so I had things happen and I saw things. And, you know, I was always told as a child, oh, you've got a great imagination, or oh, do you have like a little imaginary friend, or, you know, things like that. Like, so it was always like tamped down that, I was crazy, you know? So after so many years of things just kept happening and happening, and I'm like, oh no, that didn't happen. Finally, I just, it was a lot with Sam Baltrusis. Sam really took me under his wing. He's the one that told me, you have abilities. I'm like, nope, no, I don't. Nope. And he goes, yes, you do. You're coming with me. And Sam really, he took me under his wing, and he really helped me finally let go, finally realize that I do have this. So,
Right.
I'm still learning, and I guess everybody who has abilities or is sensitive is always learning. I mean,
That is true.
it's been a great ride. It's been a great ride.
No,
I have
and
to have confidence in myself.
There you
you
go.
know what? And that's the main thing is, the confidence level. When it comes to someone who has intuitive abilities, they always second guess themselves, from my understanding. Like they kind of don't want to say what they're feeling because they don't want to be wrong. But the way that David Childers worded it to me at one point was, you're not always 100% spot on.
Right.
True.
And David is amazing. I love David to death. He's a great dude. And so when it comes to growing up in the Bridgewater Triangle, did you ever experience anything when you were younger that you could not explain?
Well, yes, there's an area called the Huckabuck Swamps.
Oh, yes.
And if any of my high school friends are watching this, some of you might remember this. We were all going out to the Huckabuck Swamps as, teenagers to party. We'd all bring the booze and have fun out there. Now, I ran into what I now know was a puckwudgie. And this was, I will start with, we hadn't been drinking yet. We got there, we drove in, I had to pee. So I'm like heading into the woods, and I run into this skinny, old, hobo-ish type, scary looking dude, and I was gone. I forgot I had to pee. I'm back to the car, and I'm telling everybody this thing that I saw, because he was smaller than me, and people are like, okay, don't drink because you're already done, right? So, I mean, nobody believed me, They're like, oh, it's somebody else partying in the woods. I'm like, no, this wasn't, and it's, in the back of our house, actually, like, you'd hear things. I would hear,
How are you?
how tall was he? Well, I am 5 feet, 3/4 of an inch, and he was smaller than me.
So we're looking at a puck, was he?
Yeah, like he probably up to like my chest. So yeah, yep. And we'd hear things out back, house in Middleborough. I'd hear things in the woods, and my cousins used to tease me like, "No, it's nobody back there." But I'm like, I hear stuff.
No, that's awesome. So I have not yet had a chance to traverse the Fall River Freetown State Forest to look for the Pukwudgie. I want
Let's
to.
go. I'm
I've
like,
not
let's
had,
go.
I am down. I have not had a chance to yet. I know like back in like 83 or 85 maybe there was some kind of satanic murder that was done by a satanic cult in the swamp or in the Bridgewater Triangle Forest, not necessarily near the swamp. But
Freetown Forest.
yeah, I want to make that a whole trip because I want to investigate to see if there's a spirit there of the lady that was murdered, as well as the Pukwudgie in the swamp. Like,
Pack your sleeping bag. We'll go. We'll
hey, you
sleep
know
right
what?
out there.
You ain't gotta ask me twice. We'll set a date and I'm down. I'll bring the stuff to make s'mores.
That's it. In the coffee.
Oh,
I heard you got the
I'll bring the
coffee.
coffee too. I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
So
go ahead and
Candace
put
was
it out
asking
there.
about this earlier. So this is Shadows of the Loch. It is a Ethiopian blend with mocha and cinnamon.
If I had only known.
It is absolutely delicious. If you guys are going to be at Salem, I'm hoping to have a few bags available at Salem.
And I
So,
want that in my stocking.
it is absolutely amazing. I cannot thank Gruesome Brew enough for doing this for me. And the flavor profile that I wanted, they hit it spot on. So let me ask you, you guys, outside of looking for spirits, you guys do the spirit of the holidays, the Christmas spirit. So, Derick, you're third generation Santa. So your father and grandfather did it, correct?
We have photos of my grandfather, and I spent numerous hours with my dad in the car next to him when he would drive, and then I got to the point I would drive him, and I was 18. He hurt his back, and he looks at me and he goes, "You have to go do the Cub Scouts." I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. He said, "Just put the suit on, you'll be fine." I'm like, okay. And so I go there, I do it. I come home. He looks at me. "Now, do you know why I do it?" And I'm like, "Yep."
So can I ask you, because let me tell you, I once, and this is only one time I've done it, I cannot name the same claim to fame that you have, because I only did it once. I'm not a Christmas guy. Like, I'm the Grinch, okay? Like, my heart grew 5 sizes one day, and I decided to go out and buy a Santa costume and dress up for my mother, who was a Christmas fanatic.
Yep.
I came here for the family Christmas party. I snuck into the bathroom, and I put the white powder on my eyebrows. I put on the whole suit. I stuffed a freaking, I think 2 or 3 pillows in that bitch.
I get natural. It's okay.
So I said like 2 or 3 pillows in there, and I come out of the back. My mother broke down in tears.
Oh,
And she was like, "This is the best Christmas present I've ever gotten." So is that how it feels every time you guys do this?
It's hard because some of the things that we do, but the younger kids and the elderly, they've got this heart of gold for the pureness of Christmas, right? The problem that we deal a lot with is families with life challenges, kids who are in vents, people who can't get out of their houses. Sometimes this might be their last Christmas, right? So to give what I consider normalcy for the rest of the people, 90% of the people in the world, and give them those 5-10 hour times of just having that same feeling, to get pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, to see the smiles of their kids, right? Not have to sit in line for an hour and a half at the mall where after 10 minutes your kid's already bonkers and people are rude and grumpy. And
I mean, there's been plenty of times that like we get called at the last minute to go to a home of a sick child or even an adult, and they say, they're not going to make it till Christmas, and you come visit.
Oh man.
And and we're not trying to be heroes. We're not trying to go because we don't want the recognition of it. But when you go and you see these families and, they love it, and they're like, they have Santa, but you see the tears in the parents' eyes. And sometimes for us, that's a little hard. We'll drive away crying. We'll drive away praying. It's people thank us for going, but in all actuality, they're giving us the gift. We're getting the gift. We're blessed with being able to do this.
And that is so amazing. Like, Candace, you're a second generation Mrs. Claus.
Yes. My mother, everybody called my mom the Mrs. Claus. She never like donned the outfit, but my mom, she went above and beyond for Christmas. I mean, Christmas was her big thing. And I don't even think most of the family even knows, that she used to, buy things, and she put me in the car and my little sister, and we drive somewhere, and she'd drop things off at people's houses, like on their porches, and, wrapped gifts for children and food baskets. And, all her friends called her like the Mrs. Claus. So she didn't actually like don the outfit and go out and do it, but
it was
her
the spirit
love,
of it.
her spirit of it is how I became who I am.
No, and I love that. Let me tell you, like my mother, off topic, well, my mother, she puts out like these inflatables every year. And my father, I swear, if I get asked to help put up Christmas decorations one more time, we
Are
blew
you gonna
a
do it for
fuse.
your mom?
We blew a fuse, grabbed the aluminum foil, that old school thing.
My mom was nuts. She would take these big pieces of like poster board, and she put glue all over the poster board, and then put that cotton stuff on it.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
She would staple it to the ceiling, the whole ceiling. So it looked like it was snow up there. Then she'd hang like snowflakes and icicles off.
Wow.
My whole family, every time we knew like Thanksgiving was coming, we all knew that we'd have to stand there for hours on chairs with our arms up in the air, holding the poster board with this cotton up for hours so that she could staple it to the ceiling. And I tell you, you took it down, there was millions and millions of staple holes all over
can
her
imagine.
ceiling. But hours. Oh my
Yeah,
God, are we done yet?
I can tell you, and Morgan can attest for this. Our dining room table that we actually have a dining room that we just never use because the dining room table is covered with my mother's Christmas village.
Yeah.
Like year round. I don't think she ever packs it up actually. But my father, he didn't do it last year, but typically he has about 560,000 lights he puts out.
Oh, that's all? Just
It's funny because you drive up and down our road at Christmas time, we have no lights outside our house.
So what you
None.
see is we have Christmas up in the house all year round. Well, except for Chucky. We have Christmas, our trees up.
Photoshopped.
So we have Christmas up, our Christmas trees up. Everything's Christmas in our house all the time. We have nothing outside. Like people go by and we're the only dark house. We look like the Scrooges, but inside is something totally different.
Yes, Morgan's right. There has been a tree up all year long. As a matter of fact, there's been 3 trees up all year long. There's one in the hallway downstairs, there's one in the dining room, and there's one in the pool table room blocking the pool table. They
I
don't
like your
go
mom.
away. I love them though. I mean, it is what it is. They
Memories.
yes.
You know what? It's all good. It's all good stuff.
It is. It's
So going
brings
off of
miracles and joy, you know?
Yes,
It
yes.
does.
And going off of that, we'll jump back to that later because I really want to push your guys' stuff as what you do as Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I do. So when it comes down to it, Candace, you have the intuitive abilities, and Derick, you have the technical know-how. Like your technology know-how is, pretty far up there. So
Santa's
how
got
do
all the
you-
good toys.
yeah, but how do you feel like you guys working as a team, her intuitive knowledge and what she
Yep.
feels and your technical knowledge, how do you feel like that balances each other out?
I will say, I see a man over here, and like what we happened with Morgan, her and I got the same guy, and we weren't even in the same building. But I'll be like, I see a guy down the hallway, he's staying there, and he'll have it on the SLS camera, or I'll say I hear somebody walking, and then he'll have it on the recorder. I mean, there's a lot of times, and when we're in groups, like different people say things, and if we can, prove it or debunk it by his tools. I mean, it's amazing. But when you get something and it matches, it's like, yay! I'm like,
Oh,
I did
absolutely.
it. I got it.
And I feel like that's where me and Derick connect pretty well, because I'm kind of like the debunker like he is. And
We were sniffing around the Photoshop all a lot.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
New England College, when they got that slight hint of sulfur, and we walked back there and we found the photo developing room, and like, well, that smells very similar. We don't know how the building, as far as the ventilation is set up. Is it possible that what they were smelling was a fake scent that came through? I mean, it's possible.
Oh, but when it comes to toolage,
I did not read. I did not see what David Childers said there, but I saw something about a blow up doll.
There you go. I'm gonna have to put it up.
Damn it, David.
you
David,
better
next
get him a
time I
pump
see
too,
you-
and a bicycle repair kit for a patch for the tire.
There you go.
Next time I see you, David, I'm gonna have to buy you a drink or something. I can't even be mad at you because that was funny. But so I feel like when it comes to you guys, right? Like I've seen the shop you guys set up. So what is the shop that you guys have that you set up at Paracons? You guys have a name for it, correct?
Cocobean Creations. It's actually
Cocobean.
something. Yep, it's a name that I started with years ago doing crafting, and it's actually from my daughter's names. So, my oldest daughter's Christina. When she was little, we'd call her Christina Beana, Bobina, Christina Bean. So Bean was from her. My daughter Corey, we called her Coco, so it was Coco Bean. I did creations, and we just kept the name.
Nice.
Nice. So for anyone out there who has not seen you at a paranormal event, like what do you guys sell at your table?
Dragon beeps.
Do not bring up the dragon penis. Do not.
That was a joke, and they were our biggest seller. And now I have to keep shipping them out. When you go, no. So when you go to ship, when you go to the mail, post office, and they go, "Is there any liquids in here? Is there anything flammable?" And I go, "No, it's just a box of peeps." And they're like, "No." The post office guy's like, "What?" And then every time you bring a box, and he goes, "Is this?" I go, "Yep, box of dicks."
I
But, yeah.
wish I could see the post office master's face on that when you tell him.
That would be so funny.
What are the articles in this book you don't want to know?
No.
You don't want to know. Just ship it.
It's so we do a lot of we do some 3D printing, we do resin work, laser engraving, all kinds of things. We're just a big mix of different crafts.
Nice. So can I ask you guys, and this may be a little bit too personal. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. So the work that you guys do outside of the paranormal, as far as the doing the Santa and Mrs. Claus thing, right? Does the money that you make from Paracons help fund that endeavor?
Yes, it does. It helps with things like gas, because like we don't charge for any visits that we do.
Right. That's my figure.
But you know what? Somehow we're always blessed. Things always happen. We always have enough gas money. We do little gift bags for kids. We always bring like stickers, coloring books, fidget toys, candy canes, ribbons, little things that says I'm on Santa's nice list. We
Nate's not getting one of those.
no, he's not. Anyway, so no, but it's somehow we're always blessed. We're blessed that we don't have to charge. It all works out.
No, and
So
I'm
if we make money from the table, it'll go to gas. It's
So I think that the work you guys do is absolutely phenomenal. And I feel like I have enough connections within the paranormal community to kind of help you guys out.
It's not required, brother. It really isn't.
For me, like, I'm sorry, I love what you guys do, so I'm gonna do what I can.
Thank you. But it really, it's,
And I
he's
want
going
the
to make me
Chucky
cry
pillow.
now. He's going
That's
to make
so
me cry.
sweet.
I want the Chucky pillow.
No, you can't have the Chucky pillow.
I don't.
I'll have
I
to,
really don't
I will
want it.
have to send
I'm
you
not gonna lie,
pictures
the
of all
thing
my
kind of creeps
Chuckies.
me out. It's just sitting there staring at me, and I don't like it.
Over across from us, you got Chucky and his whole family, and 3 haunted dolls. And in the back room, there's like 5 haunted dolls because people started hearing that she collects dolls, and they leave them on the front porch.
We see on our security
Really?
cameras, people run up, throw dolls on the porch, and then run.
Really?
I started getting them shipped to me. Johnny Zaffis keeps telling me he'll take some of them from me. It all started.
Johnny Zappis is such a good dude.
It all started with a doll I call Ezekiel. Now he never would have thought he'd be a haunted doll. You know the movie Chucky.
Yes.
You know Gwen, the Gwen doll.
Yeah.
Well, I worked for this company. I helped out this company that did vehicle repossessions, and they're very religious.
Yes, you are, Ricky.
They're very religious family, and guy looks like a big biker dude, Jim. And so when you brought in a vehicle that you repossessed, you have to clean out all of the people's personal effects, bag them up or box them so that they can later come back and get them.
Fair.
Now, Jim opens it. Now, I'm like 10 feet away from the back of this car. Jim opens up the car, and that Glen doll jumps out of the car and lands on my chest. Now, it didn't fall out. It literally jumped me. Jim, who's like, again, a very religious family, he goes, I'm out, and he leaves. He's like, no. He goes. So now I'm like boxing up everything, and I go to myself, I cannot put this doll in a bag. Don't know why, but I'm like, no, this doll can't be boxed up anywhere. So I brought it into the office, and I sat it down next to me, and I'm working on the computer, and his wife looks at me, and she goes, get that out of here. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, go put that away. I go, well, I don't feel like I can bag it up. She goes, take it home with you. I go, what happens if they come back for it? She goes, you work here. You can bring it back. So I'm like, all right. So I put it in the backseat of my car in my grandchild's car seat, seat belted it up, and that's where it stayed. Scared people everywhere we went. I had an issue at McDonald's. So they never came back to get it. So I've had him now for almost 14 years.
Yep.
But so he suddenly became like a son. And all of a sudden, he did have a personality. He did start like moving things. And then we started getting more dolls. He was getting like, hey, mom, this is my home. One time, a couple of Christmases ago, we knew the grandbabies were coming, and because I had all the dolls in front of my Christmas tree. So Glenn, I named him. I wanted to name him a biblical name, so I named him Ezekiel instead of Glenn. So I put Christmas hats on all the babies, the dolls, and at Christmas time, I knew our grandbabies were coming, so I put all of the dolls in baskets and put them in my camper. Now our camper's a 36-foot camper. It ain't moving in the wind or nothing.
So if I can grab them.
I put Ezekiel out there. And then the kids came for Christmas, and they're like, Mom, where's our brother? Where's Ezekiel? I go, I put him in the camper with the other dolls. And they went, you did what, Mom? I go, he's in the camper with the other dolls. Next day I go in the camper. All the dolls are out of the basket, on the ground, on their faces, except for Ezekiel.
That's crazy.
I ran into the house, and I'm like,
Yes, Alan, you can.
it was just funny, but yep. You be careful of them.
Aw, look at that.
I was not expecting that when he sat back down. I didn't know what he got up for.
Yeah, Jess Elliott. She asked, could she meet him? Could we meet him? Nice.
Absolutely. He's gone on some investigations with us.
Yeah, he's been up the castle
He's
with
been
us.
up to Wilson Castle. there was a paranormal group from New Jersey up with us, and they were doing an investigation, and they had him up in the coffin room with them. And something happened, and they told us afterwards that it's something in the closet was trying to bother them, and they saw Ezekiel's whole face change. Like, don't go near my people. They said
Interesting.
the three guys from New Jersey all said his face changed. I'm like, yeah,
Well, next time y'all are at Wilson Castle, let me know. We have to meet up.
we have to meet up.
Yeah, when it gets warmer.
Yeah, absolutely when it gets warmer. 'Cause let me tell you, I was there a few weeks back, and that place is cold at night.
Our home away from home. We love it there.
So, Derick, let me ask you, has there ever been a moment? Because I know you're kind of like the skeptical mindset, like I am. You like the tech, but you also love debunking.
Yep.
Has there ever been a moment that something happened to you that you were like, "Oh crap, I can't explain this"?
Most recent time was up at the castle. Now, so when you're in the coffin room, the ballroom,
Yep.
up on the 3rd floor, and you can look out over towards the water fountain. Okay, my back was towards the water fountain. I had a camera pointing towards me down the hallway, and I was to the left is a little bathroom. To the right, there's 2 doorways. The left goes to an old bathroom, the right goes to an open hall. And I'm just sitting there all by myself up there, and all of a sudden I see a shadow go from the bathroom into the other room. And the thing that I was hoping for, right? To catch something. I could see my IR light, and then I could see it disappear like someone walked in front of it.
Interesting.
So I'm like, the whole ride home for 2.5 hours, I'm like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get something.
He couldn't wait to get home to watch
I
the
pull
video.
out all my equipment and plug the video in, like, ain't nothing there.
And that's the same night that Tom Donahue and I had a thing happen there.
Alan, I'm gonna give you the same warning I gave David earlier. I'm gonna hurt you, brother,
I'm giving him a
but I
hard
love
time.
you.
You guys,
Continue.
everybody loves
Sorry,
your
guys.
doll. Everybody loves him. So
I'm sorry. Continue, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well.
Oh, no
Well,
problem.
that night was very active because
Hey, Annie.
Tom Donahue and I had we were hearing some stuff there.
Well, another time is when we were Tom at Litchfield,
Oh yeah,
right?
Tom at Litchfield.
So here I am, just in the middle of a baseball field. There's no power,
Oh,
no
the
nothing.
baseball field you were telling me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no power around there, no nothing. It's old school baseball field. No lights, no nothing. I'm walking around my EMF detector asking questions. I'm about maybe 30, 40 feet behind second base towards the outfield.
And the rest of us were at the woods line.
They're about 100 yards away or so. And I'm starting to ask questions. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing real well with the communication, but you are hitting my EMF. Do you want to talk to my wife? The EMF meter pegs. I'm like, okay, this is just too weird for me. I take my flashlight, I plant it in the ground, and I go walk over and grab her and a couple other girls that were with her. And between her using dowsing rods, me asking questions with EMF detector, we found out it was a gentleman from the 1800s who got trampled by a horse. And it's just like all these things are just coming up. And earlier that night, her and Tom Donahue with the other side of the baseball field heard a horse.
We heard a horse. There's
Interesting.
nothing around. So it was so funny because I heard it. Tom was behind me. I heard it. We both looked at each other. We both went, "Did you hear that?" We both were like, "I've never heard an animal." I was like, that was the strangest thing ever. But it was clearly a horse. And then we got that story. But
the engineering mindset of me says there's a reason for everything.
No, I
Cause
agree.
and effect for everything, right? So that's
I
why
agree
I
with
sit
that
there and
100%.
I debug, right? Okay. You get to the point you just can't say, okay, I have to accept it. There's something more than what's
Yes.
going on.
Something that you cannot physically tangibly explain.
And that's when we were like when we were dressed as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and the spirit box, and I mean everybody was there for that one at Whitney Murdoch. That was a very crazy night. We were getting presents, Santa,
So-
gifts.
So there's the occasion, based off of what you just said, that you guys actually do go to events dressed
Yep.
as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I gathered, from what I've read from your bio and other stuff, like when you do dress up in your personas, as far as Santa and Mrs. Claus, you guys get responses through spirit boxes and other means.
Yes. Yeah. I
That
mean, you figure
tie in to that legend.
absolutely.
Legend. I am real.
I never said you weren't real, sir. I'm talking to you right now.
Even those who have passed on can still believe and still have the joy of Christmas.
Oh, I
And
believe 100%.
you know, it all actually happened by accident. We were doing events, and Monique was having an event at night, and she wanted us to pop over, and so we didn't have time to change, so we came as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and everything just started happening. So we did it a couple more times, and it was great. It was just mind blowing.
2 events are coming up. One with Sam Baltrusis and one with Monique Too Soon.
At SK
I was
Pierce.
just about to ask that. When she said Monique, I was going to ask if there was Monique Too Soon.
Yep.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think she was the DJ at the Connecticut Paragon.
She was.
You were there for the first day.
Yep, the first
I
day.
never met her.
You didn't meet her there?
I did not speak to her once. Like, I never met her.
Well,
You
you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to come now. It's December 20th.
Look,
As
I wander, so there's a good chance that we crossed paths, but I didn't realize who it was. But you know that either way, it is what it is. It was a great event, and I met you guys at that event. So I mean, I'm here for it.
Are you guys coming to Salem in November? November the 15th?
Patrick and Tom,
We're not on the table.
no, Thomas and Charlie, they wanted us to have a table.
Mhm.
But we're just gonna come and just support all our friends, and
Oh, nice.
Oh, so you guys are gonna be there?
Come
We'll be
speak
there.
to all of us. Yeah, please come speak to us.
I will see you guys at Salem for sure, because I'm
Mhm.
going to be there.
uh,
So
Charles and Thomas wanted us to do a table, but I don't think we're gonna be able to swing it this time. But we're gonna come. We're gonna support everybody that day. We have Santa event the day before and a Santa event the next day.
She
Are
just
you
tells me
coming
where to
dressed
go.
up?
she just tells you where to go, and you go with it.
That's cool. Are you guys coming dressed up?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay.
I already.
Just in
I-
case,
see,
because you
I
never
don't
know, wherever you go, there might be another Santa there. So we always have to be careful if we just
Oh, that's
pop out.
true.
That's true.
Yep. Yeah.
See, so they may not be coming dressed up, but I already pre-warned Thomas that I might be coming dressed down. There's a good chance I won't be wearing pants at this event.
I'm still not letting you sit on my lap.
Just
I
why
do have
not? Just
I
let
do
it
have a-
happen, Derick. Just let it happen.
so I do have a story because Nate, I'd like you to come actually and investigate this place with me.
Okay.
So I where we live, it's a 200 home mobile home park. Not like the fun ones you see on TV. We don't sit around wife beaters having a beer in a kiddie pool. It's very quiet. But we have I'm co-chairperson of the social committee up here. So we do children's Christmas parties, we do Halloween stuff, we do adult game days, potlucks, whatever. But we have a big building, and in the building we have they gave us a big room to do a lending library. So it's got a children's corner, it's got an adults corner, we've got puzzles, whatever. Every year we put up a Christmas tree. And we were doing it for Christmas in July. And I'm usually the one putting up the tree in front of the window. And a couple years ago, I put up the tree the first time and I felt something come across me. And I'm like, what was that? So I turn on the lights, the Christmas tree, and something crosses me again. Now, so I sit and I'm in it, and then I'm trying to communicate, and I wasn't getting anything at first. Next day, I go in, I plug in the Christmas tree, same thing happens again. I'm like, okay, I feel you. Tell me who you are. Not getting anything, but I'm sort of feeling it's a woman. Don't know. Well, I was doing these. I would dress up as Mrs. Claus, and I would go in there when I was by myself and read stories, and I'd video them so that I could send them out to everybody. Mrs. Claus reading Christmas stories, Christmas in July.
I
So
love it.
I sat in a rocking chair, and I've got the Christmas tree next to me, and then I felt like something brushed me. And as I'm reading the story, I'm feeling like this person like hanging over. And I'm like, I continue reading the story, and I just felt that there was a woman there. And I'm like, okay, I feel like she's happy. I feel like she's loving this. So I sent out, I'm part of this group called Spirit Squad, and I sent out the video. And everybody's like, and I didn't say what I saw. I didn't say anything. And they're like, who's the lady behind you watching over your shoulder while you're reading the book? Other people could see her. So then I started going in. I'd bring a K2 meter with me. Yeah. I'd bring, well, see, what our office is, it used to be the old farmhouse. Where this land is located, it used to be a big pig farm. So when they started developing the, he's chilling. He really is.
He
Um,
is.
So the land used to be a big pig farm. And so they took the old farmhouse and they made it the offices, big rec hall, and now we have the lending library. So it's an old farmhouse. So I have her there. And every time we do anything for Christmas, she's right there with me. Now she, like, I brought my dowsing rods there. I've used the K2 meters, goes off. I brought my REM pod there once, went off. I'm like, okay, great. Besides her, we got a guy who lurks in the bathroom, sits in the corner.
That's my kind of space.
Well, what I realized, I used to think, why is this guy in the bathroom? Dude, it's this little, hey, leave me alone while I'm going to the bathroom. And I found out that that used to be the old bedroom. So he's sitting in his bedroom,
Okay.
probably wondering why we're all going to the bathroom in his bedroom. But I have him. But the woman, she's only around when we start doing Christmas stuff. And then she's like all in it, It's just, especially when I'm dressed as Mrs. Claus, and she's right up against
Your
me.
mom.
It's my mom. No, I think it's a woman who's from that house. But yeah, it's great.
If you want me to come out and check it out, I'll gladly go in there with Derick, and we can do our thing.
Yeah, the basement has some stuff too.
It's
Oh,
clean
It's
basement.
a clean
It's a
basement,
clean
though.
basement. There's no cobwebs. Not
Yeah,
like what
it's a
we
really
ran into
clean
this last
basement, but yeah.
weekend.
Oh God, that basement was horrid. Like I hit my head on the pipe twice that I can think of, which that's tantamount to me going to a basement. I always hit my head on the pipe, and that
The cobwebs.
like the way the cobwebs were, it was weird because it wasn't like they were at the ceiling connecting; they were just free hanging.
They were waiting on you,
Walk
Nathaniel.
right through them.
Yeah, they were waiting on you.
That's why I let you go first, brother.
You know what? Next time, let me go first because you want to see instant ninja and have a laugh. Let me walk through a fucking cobweb. But so at the Salem Paracon coming up next month, I'm actually bringing my haunted object Ian with me.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have not met Ian yet, this will be the last time he's going to be on display.
Okay.
I'm bringing him.
I want to hear that whole story.
And after the Salem Paracon, he is leaving the Salem Paracon with the Radicals.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to hold on to him for a year, and then he's coming back home. And our thought is we are going to write a book about our experiences while both of us in different situations had it.
That's gonna be good.
I do not like this object. It plays off of people's addictional aspects.
Oh.
So I don't like the object.
Why you keep looking at it?
I don't. I know where it typically sits, but right now he's in the very back of that closet where I can't see him. But I know where he typically sits, and that's
Oh,
how
he's listening
uncomfortable
to
he
you.
makes me feel.
He listens to you too.
That's okay, because when he comes back, I'm locking him in a custom built Psychomantium box. So, boo for you. And I shouldn't have said that, because now he's gonna fucking
Just egg him on. That's not. There you go.
Yeah, he's going to go
I
tonight.
shouldn't
He's
have
not
said
going to
that. I
sleep.
shouldn't.
Yep.
I shouldn't have done that. But so I feel like when it comes to you guys, right? Like, I know you do the Mrs. Claus and Santa for charity, and you guys embody that spirit wholeheartedly. And I also feel like you guys also embody that spirit when it comes to your paranormal aspects, as far as when you guys go into the field and you investigate. Because Candace, you wrote down a list of things for Derick before you guys ever got to the location at the New England College. And
Yeah.
that is astounding to me. I have never seen anyone do that before.
I wrote down things that were coming to me and things that I saw. Now, we had done New England College before, but there were different buildings on the opposite side of the campus. So these were new buildings for us. And certain things came to me. And
Well, that
so
Preston building was wild.
that's exactly where it was the Preston building. So he said, write them down. So I wrote them down. And when we were with our group first off, I after Morgan came out of you guys had your time, I told Morgan what I saw over there. And then when we brought our group, I didn't sway the conversations. I made sure I stayed out of the questions. We did the human pendulum. We did some spirit box. We did some other things. And the answers everybody was coming up with the tools matched what was written on my paper.
Yeah,
Like
and that's what Derick said.
when we were done with our group, I said to everybody, I would like everybody to just sit here for a moment. I'm going to pull out a piece of paper of things I wrote down earlier. And when I pulled out that piece of paper and I read about the people, how things happened, and the whole group, like the kids were just, I mean, I call them kids, they're college. They were floored. They were floored because it matched with what they were coming up with and what was happening with the tools.
It's a validation that I try to impose on her every time she starts going through this, because if you have it pre-written and something does come true, it's a positive reinforcement. What did I do?
Absolutely.
What did I do to get my mind, body, and soul in that spot, right? So I can keep replicating that thought process, that flow, that however you want to call it, to put yourself in the mindset to open up more.
Or
Absolutely.
so if we're with this group of people and I say, and I didn't have it written down, and they said, oh, the two people died together, I'd say, oh, I saw that earlier. And they were like, oh yeah, sure you did. Okay. Well, no, I have proof because I had it all written down.
Yeah. And then there's that wow factor of, well, I never saw her with a pen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were right there, and I pulled it out of my bag for them, and it was right there.
Yeah.
That is stunning to me. Like, that is amazing. I can tell you that in my 18 years of investigating the paranormal, almost 19 years, I have never in my life seen any other person do that. And
I was shocked. I didn't even know I could do it.
When Derick brought that to me, I really didn't know what to say, because I've been investigating in this field for so long and never seen anyone with that sort of ability.
I didn't know I had it, to tell you the truth. I was just, I was amazed. I never would have thought I would have something like that. And I've been working on what they call remote viewing, and
Yes.
with no information. As you know, Morgan and I didn't go through, and we didn't do the history thing. We just
You guys
stayed
right
by
there in the
ourselves.
lobby.
So we went in cold.
Yes.
You want to know
that's-
the hardest part now with her getting all these abilities? I even noticed it starting last year or so. When we do home visits, she starts looking around, and I'm like, okay, great, right?
Mhm.
You get those goosebumps when you're walking into a house, and it's like, okay, what is it from?
Right.
Is
Like,
it?
Right.
So
So
we'll go in as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, so you're watching the family. You know, I'm like,
okay,
it's
so you guys are going in as home visits as Santa and Mrs. Claus, not necessarily for a paranormal reason.
just as Santa and Mrs. Claus. And, you know, it's really hard for me because people would be like, oh, so you have like mediumship type abilities. So who's with me? Can you see? Can you read me? And I'm like, no, I can't.
Not how it works.
I can't do that. It's not how it works for me. I mean, all of a sudden just things pop in and I have to like learn how to shut it off because sometimes I don't want it happening. But I'm still working on that. Still
Yeah,
working on being able to.
and you know what? That takes time. It takes, it takes practice. It takes building. And me and Morgan, we have this miscommunication because I know I need to help her practice, but every time I want to help her practice, something gets in the way, and it never happens. But it takes work. It takes practice because in the end, when we look at the paranormal field, right, it's all pseudoscience. We don't know everything. We don't know everything about mediumistic abilities. We don't know everything about the technology that we use. So when you look at it at the end of the day, it's just practice and making sure that you're making the best of your abilities as well as the equipment that you have at your hand.
But everything's a practice because even the tools change,
Yes.
right? Even some of the people we know who are well founded in all their stuff, they get another breakthrough. They're going to a next level. That's a whole new thing for them to learn and digest and move forward. It's the
Like your
same
book.
thing. EMF detectors, REM pods, telephones, right? Everything's changing constantly. Apps are being updated, right? So you got to readjust. You got to rebaseline everything.
Yes, and I agree with that. And I can tell you, I don't trust a REM pod as much as I trust a DR60 recorder. I'm sorry, REM pods can be set off by pretty much freaking anything. If you have a two-way radio and you hit that button within 10 feet of that REM pod, it's going to go off.
It's like we always tell people go into airplane mode with your phones because your phone's going to set everything off.
Absolutely go into airplane mode. Absolutely.
Apple Watches. All the kids the other night had Apple Watches, and we're like,
And actually, I would like to discuss something about the Apple Watches thing because I have an EMF detector that detects EMF voltage output as well as ambient temperature. And we were hitting one spot where I allowed one of the guests to hold the detector. And she was like, oh, well, I don't understand what's going on here. I looked down and I've never seen the voltage on this thing move. Ever. Out of my 2 years of owning this piece of equipment, never seen it move. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. So I noticed that there was a thermostat off to my right. I grabbed it and slowly brought it to the thermostat and realized as soon as I hit the thermostat, the screen went red and it alarmed out. But you had to be about 3 inches from the thermostat for it to do that. So I'm like, okay, with the distance that she's at, that's not what's causing it. After about 4 or 5 minutes, I saw her Apple Watch light up. And I'm like, wait a minute, can I see that again? So she handed me back the device and I put it up to the Apple Watch and it was giving us the same exact ratings that she was seeing before. And I'm like, look, you're standing in close proximity. That's most likely the watch.
Yeah.
Even if you turn the watch into airplane mode, right, you can still get the EMF traces through the body, right? So even if you're holding in the opposite hand,
Yes.
your body's a big piece of conduit, right? I mean, it's just everything can go through it.
I agree with that 150%, Derick. 150%. And that's why I would love nothing more than to go on more investigations with you. Because I think that we think on a very similar mindset. And people who think they're having haunting situations, we could probably explain it naturally.
So there's a ton of other. I mean, and most people don't understand the way houses are wired, buildings are wired, right? I mean, it's just an amazing feat. So a prime example, our house had the main feed going directly under our house, buried under
Okay.
our house. So whenever
down
I'd
the
get
center.
new equipment, I'm sitting in the living room playing. I'm like, oh, this is just
I
weird.
did
It
the
doesn't,
same thing.
you know, I'm like, wait a minute. And then we came back from vacation one year, and surprisingly, our house didn't burn down, but the wire broke at the meter, and
Oh,
they had to disable the one under the house, and they ran a whole new one. I'm like, hey, look, nothing goes off anymore in the living room.
Yeah, the wires were all frayed. It knocked out our computers, routers, it blew up everything, but they
Oh,
were
that is
amazed that our house
horrible.
did not burn down.
So before I get to my final questions of the night, because I see we're just about at that hour, okay?
Mhm.
Where can people find you? Like, if you want people to find you, like, what's your social medias for people to look up, you know, the clauses and
North
to
Pole.
invite you to events?
You know, it's so bad. We really have to do one that's together, but I have a page called Mrs. Candy Claus, and he has a page, Santa Derick. You can reach us at either one.
And there's a
Or just my regular name, Candace Fetters or Derick Fetters, but
and then you have Cocobean
then
Creation.
Cocobean Creations is the craft one that has a lot of the paranormal stuff on it.
So if you guys are interested, let me put you in contact with a friend of mine who might be able to combine all of that into one website.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. We don't have a website, and
It's not
I'm old.
we're not notoriety people.
Look,
We're
you
more
don't
like
have to be.
snipers.
You don't have to be notoriety people, brother. I love y'all the same. So I know a guy who designs websites. Let me see if I can make something happen for you guys where you can combine all of that into one so you don't have to go through multiple places to find it.
Yeah, it would make it easier for you.
If you guys would be interested in that.
We can talk offline.
We can talk about it.
Okay, sweet. So with that going forward, I have typically 3 questions that I ask, and 2 of them are multi-part questions to every single guest that is a member of my podcast family.
Mhm.
So I'm going to start off with Derick, and then Candace, I will ask you the same
Is
question.
this like 2 lies and a truth?
No, it's
No, but that's a good idea.
it is. It really is. I should do that. But so Derick, every person out there who investigates the paranormal has a bucket list. If there is a location that you have never been to that you want to go to and price was not an option, where would you go?
I know where you're going.
Who would want to go back to a place I went to when I was 16 years old, and I saw an exorcism being done?
Oh,
I got to go to Greece for a summer, and we were doing monastery tours.
Ah,
And I would love to go back there and do that. I'd like to go into a monastery over in Greece and just do an investigation,
no,
because
that would be awesome.
there's so much stuff in there, right? There's a lot of history, a lot of. The Greeks also base all their churches and monasteries off of saints, and within the altars there's saints' bones. So there's all and relics. So it just with my thought is, if there's a piece of somebody near, they're there.
Fair. So we're just gonna go with Greek monasteries. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Greek monasteries as your bucket list. You have one person that you can take with you. They can be alive or dead. They do not have to be involved in the paranormal. Who are you bringing with you, and why?
My dad.
I knew you were going there. Yep.
Here's my hero.
Your dad, because he's your hero. I love that. So we have the Greek monasteries. You're bringing your dad because he's your hero. And you have one piece of equipment and one piece of equipment only that you can take with you on this trip, what piece of equipment are you bringing and why?
I'm gonna go selfish. I'm gonna say a video recorder, because I'll always be able to keep those memories.
Yeah.
Love it.
Great answer.
Great answer. Great answer. So, Candace, you next. You have one place on your bucket list location that you've never been that you want to go. Where are you going?
No, I don't even know. I knew exactly everything he was gonna say, but for myself, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the town, but there is a town in Alaska. Wish I could think of the name of the town. Where it's they're saying like the whole town is haunted. And I love Alaska and I would love to go there.
It's in the Alaskan Triangle. I know exactly what
Port
town you're talking
Protection.
about.
Was it Port Protection?
Port Protection.
Or was
Yes.
it the other one that the whole land was, that was Bigfoot?
Yeah, that was the Bigfoot one. I'd like to go to Port Protection and just be there for a week and just, yeah. I love
All right.
Alaska and I've not been to Port Protection. So
So it's Fort Protection, right?
it's Port, P-O-R-T, Port
Port.
Protection.
Yeah, that falls into the Alaskan Triangle, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Yes,
so, yeah.
yep.
So, okay, so we're looking at Port Protection. Candace, you can bring one person with you, alive or dead. They do not have to be involved in the paranormal. Who are you bringing and why?
What would I be bringing? Besides you,
He could be included, alive or dead.
I would take my sister who's passed.
Fair.
Freak her out.
I'd freak her out. I would take my sister who has passed away.
Is that the reason why? Is because you freak her out?
Yeah, probably. No, yeah,
Okay.
no, we were very close, and when I was younger, she was more like my mom.
Fair.
So yeah, her passing was very hard on me. But yeah, I would take her.
So we'll go with this. You're going with Port Protection in Alaska. We're going with your sister because you love her. This is
Yep.
word it that way.
Yep.
What piece of equipment are you bringing with you? And
Just
why?
my dowsing rods. Just my dowsing rods.
Just your
because-
dowsing rods.
Yep.
So
Because
can I
those are
ask you-
true.
So before we end the show, and I know that's typically my 3-question end, Gwen, but I want to ask this. Is
I give
there
him a
any-
hard time about them.
Hey, you leave me alone, Gwen. I'm the host. I'm asking questions here.
Uh-huh.
But to your knowledge, Candace, and as well as Derick, I'm just curious. Is there any reason that someone can hold dowsing rods and all they do is point back at them?
Okay, so you can remember it's a tool. You have to practice, and it's all in positioning. It's almost, you have to be rigid.
You really
Right.
have to.
So you can't sway, because any angle or degrees that your hand's moving, you could alter the direction of the rods. I mean, she does a good demo with.
I mean, if like you can't be shaky at all. You have to make sure your rods are like straight out, not like tilted, because you're gonna get that. I tell people, put your elbows right to your sides, and this is where boobs come in really well.
I don't
You
have
put,
those.
put your elbows to the
We'll
sides.
get you some.
Yeah.
With the rods, and then your boobs will hold you steady. And I know it sounds weird, but yeah, you put your forearms right into your boobs and it'll hold you steady. But
So-
you know, it took me a while to dial them in. I had the copper ones for a while, and then whenever we went out and we were in the dark, people would be like, "What are your rods saying? What are you doing? Are they going yes or no?" And so he went and got me the lighted ones. Those ones are super sensitive, and those ones
really
are harder
are.
to use. Harder to use.
So can I ask you, Candace, if you would be interested? Next time I see you, I would love to bring my dowsing rods with me and maybe get a training session.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I use them all the time. I use them that night.
Anytime
Yeah,
that I
moves
hold
will
mine-
work.
Anytime that I hold mine, all they do is swing around and slap me in the face.
Well, maybe you needed that. I'm just
I probably do.
Thank you, Candace. Thank you.
I probably do. But guys, we're a little bit over the hour. I told you guys I would keep you on for an hour, but if you wouldn't mind just hanging back just for a few minutes, guys, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming on
thank
the
you.
show
oh,
tonight.
thank you.
Great conversation.
It was great.
No,
We saw all the comments. Everybody's involved. It's just
no,
wonderful.
this was a really well involved like podcast.
Yes.
Like I saw a lot of comments and it was great.
That means
And,
that you
and
guys
I
are
do shiny
excellent.
thing and I go off tangents and
It's okay.
We all do. I call them pig trails. I don't call them tangents. I'm from the south. I call them pig trails.
We call pig trails a little different up here, my friend.
Hey, you know what? That is what it is. But guys, I love you guys to death, and thank you so much for spending
says
this
bye.
last hour with me.
Oh,
If you wouldn't mind, just hang out in the
Yeah, hang out
background
for a
for like
minute.
the next maybe 4 or 5 minutes. We got one more ad to run and the ending of the show,
Yep.
and I'll be with you guys shortly.
All right, we'll be.
So,
all
Gwen,
right.
I feel like that was an awesome show.
I do. I love them. And when you said who they were, I was like, yay.
No, I think they're amazing. Let me tell you, I am not a Christmas person, but these people put me in the Christmas spirit. Okay, like when I said earlier I was the Grinch, I'm not lying. Like I am literally the Grinch reincarnated.
Oh,
But
man.
I love these people. They're amazing, and I feel like that was an absolutely awesome show. There was a few questions I didn't get to, but that's okay because I
Yeah,
never
there was
go
this
by my
and that.
questions anyway. Because let me tell you
Everybody was
guys, what is
busy.
this? This is a list of questions. You know what this means to me? That.
There it goes.
So it never really matters because the conversation goes what the conversation goes, and it was a great show. And I
agree.
enjoyed it. So to everybody out there that was watching the podcast tonight, I thank you so much for joining in.
Yes,
This is
thank
the
you.
Paranormal Unveiled podcast with the pair of clauses, Derick and Candace Fetter. And join us next week. I cannot announce the guest yet because, well, I did not unfold my calendar because it's not yet November. But yeah, go ahead and laugh at that, Gwen. You're welcome.
I am laughing at
But join us next week, same spooky time, same spooky network, and we will be here. This was the Paranormal Unveiled podcast, and I'll see y'all next week.